Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary. My name is Spencer, and it's time for words. It's word time. Everybody's favorite time. Word time. All right, the first word in this episode is genro. Genro. It is a noun, often capitalized. It is from 1876, and it is the elder statesman of Japan who formerly advised the emperor. They called them the genro, from the Japanese word genro, which I guess could just mean statesman. Maybe it means elder, because they're elder statesmen. Let's just go to the Japanese and see what does genro mean. There is an accent. Where's the J? I forgot where my J is. My brain is blanking. I found it. I knew it was over there, but it wasn't. I was clicking the wrong letters. It just means genro. Okay. Thank you for that. Translate. Not helping very much. Let's see. All right. Let's move on. Let's make a sound effect, which will be her. Now we have gens or gens, spelled Gens. It is a noun from 1846. Number 1, it is a Roman clan embracing the families of the same stock in the male line, with the members having a common name and worshiping a common ancestor. A Roman clan embracing the families of the same stock in the male line, with the members having a common name and worshiping a common ancestor. So is it really just the idea of making sure that the male line is together, unbroken? Everybody who lives in the clan came from this male line, and maybe other people came in, but it's all about keeping that male line solid? I don't know. Okay, now we have number 2, which the synonym is clan, but especially a patrilineal clan. So yes, it's all about the fathers and their sons and their sons and their sons, and everybody in this group of people is part of this fatherly line. Now we have number 3, a distinguishable group of related organisms. Are you related? Cousins, siblings, parents, etc. Then you are a gens. A gens, not a Gen Z, a gens. So this word is from the Latin gens, but it doesn't say what it means, and there's more at the word gentle, and that's it. So, but I want to know, what is this Latin word that means gens? I mean, can you see a connection between gens and maybe gentlemen? Does that make some sense? Oh, now this is interesting. Translating the Latin word gens into English says it means the word nation. So, yeah, maybe gentleman is related, many things, maybe. Okay. Rawr. Now we have the word gent, Gent, first form. It's an adjective from the 13th century. This one is very old and archaic, and the synonyms are pretty and graceful. That's interesting. Yep, definitely never heard of that before. Pretty and graceful, you're describing something as, or somebody as gent when they dance so beautifully, dancing through the world. Oh, look at me, I'm so gent. Now, middle etymology from Middle English. It is a Middle English word which means noble or graceful. From the Latin verb gignere, which means to beget. It comes back again. It's never going away. Not until maybe we get out of the GEN section, which is not that long from now. There's more with the word kin. So, but how is the word for to beget, to create more things? How is that connected to noble and graceful and pretty? There's I don't know. And then we were like, all right, I think we're done with this word. We've evolved the definition to not be so much about pretty and graceful, but maybe we've evolved it to number 2, the second form. Rawr. The second form of gent is a noun from 1564. The synonym, you probably already thought of this one. Same with me. It is gentleman. You just shorten gentleman down. Gentleman, 3 syllables. You shorten it down to 1. We just call you a gent. What's up, gent? Gent. Is it gent? It's gent. Not gent. It's gent. That's it. It's just a gentleman. We will talk about gentleman in the next episode. Rawr. Next is gentamicin. Gentamicin. It's pretty much spelled how it sounds. Noun from 1963. It is a broad-spectrum antibiotic mixture derived from an actinomycete and extensively used as the sulfate in treating infections. And where might those infections be? They might be in the urinary tract. You might need to take some gentamicin if you are having problems with your pee system. So, let's see, what else? This actinomycete, the species name is, there's a couple of them. It is Micromonospora purpurea. That's the first one. And then the second one is Micromonospora echinospora. That's the second word. There's some interesting pieces of the words in there that sound similar or seem similar to other things. So if you like actinomycetes, are these funguses? Then if you like those things, look into them, learn them. This word, gentamicin, is, it's an alternative of the earlier gentamicin. I'm getting yawny because I'm very tired. Gentamicin spelled with a Y, the mycin, because it is from, the gent is from gentian violet, and the mycin is from canamycin, it's the amycin is from canamycin, spelled with a K, and that is from the color of the actinomycete. Well, but I don't know what canamycin is. I mean, gentian violet makes me think that, maybe this is possibly a bit of a purpley color. The canamycin, I don't know what that is. And then they changed the name. I don't know why. What happened? What's the problem with the Y? Can we keep the Y? Can we go back to the Y? Why not? Next is gentile. Gentile, Genteel. Adjective from 1599. This is number 1A, having an aristocratic quality or flavor. Those chips that I'm eating taste so aristocratic. The synonym is the word stylish. So, yes, I would not be genteel in this way. I do not have any aristocratic qualities about me. No, I don't. Not normally. Except when I make people be my slaves and do things for me and put on fancy shoulder puffins. Now, 1B. Of or relating to the gentry or upper class. Ooh, the gentry. We're going to talk about that in a couple of episodes. What's the gentry? Are they many gentlemen? Okay, so yes, something about the upper class, the gentry, the aristocratic, it's genteel. But hey, of course, there's more. We've got 1C. Elegant or graceful in manner, appearance, or shape. The shape of a thing can be graceful or elegant. Yes, so many people out there who would be described this way as genteel. Number 1D, free from vulgarity or rudeness. And the synonym is polite. Because of course, we see this evolution. Of course, the aristocratic people, those fancy upper crust, upper class gentry people, they were all so polite all the time. I'm sure of it. And never were rude, never said anything vulgar, not at all. So, of course, if you are polite, you are genteel. Now, we go to number 2A. Maintaining or striving to maintain the appearance of superior or middle class social status or respectability. Okay, so if you are trying to keep up the appearance of being superior or middle class in that social status, in that respectability, you say, I want to make sure that people know that I am solidly in the middle class and I am keeping that up, then I am acting genteel. The class that this word is associated with has been going down. We had the aristocrats, the gentry, the upper class, then just being polite, anybody could be polite, and then middle class. What else do we got? We got 2B1, marked by false delicacy, prudery, or affectation. Now I feel like we have taken a turn. We have changed something. Something has evolved here. Marked by false delicacy, prudery. Well, prudery makes sense. Those people were probably kind of prude. Affectation. False delicacy. So you are not delicate. You're acting delicate, but you're not. I'm not sure about this. It seems like it's a bit of a departure from the other definitions. Well, and then lastly, we have 2B2, conventionally or insipidly pretty, as in timid and genteel artistic style. So that artistic style is timid, it's very shy, but it's also genteel because it's conventionally pretty, insipidly pretty. It's pretty in a just everybody agrees kind of way, I guess. That's how I think of conventionally. And so, okay, genteel. How we got there, it's very interesting. Gentilely, that's an adverb, gentilely, acting maybe elegant. Gentileness is a noun. This is from the Middle French word gentil, which means gentle. That's really all it is. So were those... I don't see gentle connected to our first definition, which is stylish, especially for the aristocrats. But, maybe that's me in this 20th century, 21st century brain, and maybe they had a different definition of the word gentle back then. Okay, let's accept that. Moving on to gentilism. Gentilism, noun from 1926. A word believed by its user to be more polite or less vulgar than a common synonym. Also, the use of gentilisms. Feel like I need more information because this one is interesting. So let's just look up what is a gentilism. Maybe it'll give me some examples. Is it gonna do anything? A word or expression used because it is thought to be socially more acceptable than the everyday word. In German usage, sister was the accepted gentilism for mistress. Oh, so if you had a mistress, you called her your sister? Well, that's incredibly confusing. I'm going to move this microphone out a little bit. So, I want more examples. Feed me more examples. It's just using a nicer word instead of a vulgar or distasteful word. And oh, I mean, I guess, maybe in the aristocratic situation, the upper crust people, they were not vulgar. They were very polite, right? So let's use a different word instead of mistress. Ooh, what a scary word. Okay. Okay. So the word would be the gentilism. Rawr. Next is gentian. Gentian. It's spelled with a T-I-A-N at the end. It is a noun from the 14th century. We have number one, any of numerous herbs with opposite smooth leaves and showy, usually blue flowers. Oh, let's look up how showy are these blue flowers. Gentian plant. Here we go. Oh, yes. Those flowers, those petals, they are showing off their blueness. Sometimes there's maybe a bit of a purpley or violetness. And indigo, maybe indigo is part of this gentian as well. Sure. Yes. Oh, very saturated. So the family name is Gentianaceae, which is the gentian family, and especially the genus Gentiana. I'm just going to guess that is how that is pronounced. Let's see. Okay, now we got number two. Oh, I should post a picture of this gentian on the social media at dictionarypod. Number two, the rhizome and roots of a yellow-flowered gentian of southern Europe that is used as a tonic, stomachic, and flavoring in vermouth. Okay, so the species name is Gentiana lutea, and so this is a yellow gentian. That's possible. You can have a yellow gentian, but I was seeing all of this blue and purple and indigo. But no, you can also have a yellow gentian, and I'm seeing pictures of them now, and they are very yellow. And the petals look more spiky than the other one. So this is definitely a different plant, related but different. Let's see, the rhizome and the roots of it, and it's used for different things. You can flavor vermouth with it. You can use it as a tonic or stomachic. It's the word stomach with IC at the end, and I guess that would be similar to a tonic, like something maybe to settle your stomach or something. Plant medicine, it's pretty great. All right, so that's gentian. Let's put some gentian in my tea. Now we have, look at this, we have gentian violet. Now, okay, so let's go backwards. Let's reverse to gentamicin. The etymology is from gentian violet, and I think I called it gentian, but it's gentian violet. So let's talk about it. It's a noun, often capitalized, the G and the V. It's from 1897, and it is any of several dyes or dye mixtures consisting of one or more methyl derivatives of pararosaniline. It goes over to the second line, so it's hard to read that word. Pararosaniline, or alene, but especially a dark green or greenish mixture. Now I'm confused. Greenish mixture used especially as a bactericide, fungicide, and anthelmintic. Okay. Well, it doesn't have etymology, but I assume that this is from the gentian plant, the one that we were looking at before, that I said some of them look violet. So it's probably that. Violet, you're turning violet. But, of course, I have to call out that it is a dark green or greenish mixture, but it's called gentian violet. What sense does that make? It makes none of the sense, I think. Let's look up gentian violet. Why? I'm seeing a purple all over the place. Most of it is in a bottle. They have done something with it, And there's babies with purple tongues. Is this a thing that you give to the babies, and then they have a purple tongue? It's a dye or dye mixture consisting one or more methyl derivative. I don't know what any of those. Why do you use this? Why does this exist? What are we doing with it? Are we getting it from gentian? Why is it green? All looks purple to me. What's with the green stuff? Picture of somebody has gentian violet hair. It's a very nice purple color in their hair. Well, that was not as much information as I would have liked. So we must forget all about it and move on to... It's a gentile. Oh, yes. Have you seen this word? Have you heard this word, gentile? It is the first form. It's a noun from the 14th century. Now, part of me saw this word and thought gentile, because when I think of gentile, for some reason, I don't think of the spelling Genteel. For some reason, my brain wants to spell it Tile. But that's not what it is. It is just spelled teal, Teel. But this gentile word, let's talk about this one. We have a couple forms. Number one is often capitalized, and this is a person of a non-Jewish nation or of non-Jewish faith, but especially a Christian as distinguished from a Jew. Who's the Jew? Who's the Christian? Let's ask them which is the Gentile. I don't know what any of that means. So somebody who's not Jewish is a Gentile. That's all it is. But typically, in most contexts, you're talking about somebody who would be Christian and not other things. But obviously, based on the definition, all those other things are Gentiles as well. Okay, and there, I would probably guess that the majority of the world would be a Gentile. Number two, oh, hey, look, we're taking this in a bit of another direction. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, now, number two, the synonyms are heathen and pagan. And those words have meaning. So, yeah, okay. Take that as you will. Do with whatever you like with that information. Number three is often capitalized. It is a non-Mormon. Now, I was not expecting that. I am not in the Mormon world, so I was not aware that Mormon people were calling Gentiles or non-Mormons Gentiles. Is it the Mormon people who are calling this, or maybe it's other people? I don't know. I would assume it's the Mormon people who are saying that. So non-Mormon, non-Jewish is a Gentile. But what is with this word? What is this word? Where does this word come from? That is what I would like to know. It is from the Latin word gens, which we saw earlier, and I had to go look it up because it didn't tell me what it means. But here it tells me that it means nation. So but what's the second part mean? The isle, the Gentile part. Does it mean not part of the nation? I don't know, but we do have another form of this word. So let's get some more information out of this word. Let's squeeze it dry of all of its information. Rawr! The second form of Gentile is an adjective from the 15th century. Number one is often capitalized, 1a, of or relating to the nations at large, as distinguished from the Jews. Also, of or relating to Christians as distinguished from the Jews. Very similar to what we saw before. Nations at large. What does that even mean? Relating to the nations at large as distinguished from the Jews. So are you just saying that the Jewish nation, the group of people who are the Jewish, you're just talking about all the other nations at large, and we're distinguishing them as different, as separate from the Jews, then they are Gentile. Now, 1b, still often capitalized, of or relating to non-Mormons. Again, there's a lot of people out there who are not Mormon. There's a Venn diagram of non-Mormons and non-Jews, and they're all the Gentiles. Because the Jews would be considered Gentiles to the Mormons in this context, but they're not Gentiles to themselves. Okay, now, oh yes, we get back into it. Number 2, the synonyms are heathen and pagan. Same. Number 3, relating to a tribe or clan. Relating to a tribe or clan. So if you're describing something as Gentile in this way, they're just connected somehow to that group of people. Okay, yeah, didn't get a ton as much information as I would have liked. But now let's see. Are these the rest of these couple of words related to that one? I don't know. Let's read them and find out. Rawr. This word is gentilesse. 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 Gentilesse, noun from the 14th century. It is decorum of conduct befitting a member of the gentry. Oh, yes, we are going to learn all about the gentry later, but I'm guessing it's related to the upper crusties. The gentilesse. Okay, yes. It's befitting the gentry, this gentilesse, but it is not befitting the other people, those lower class crusties. Rawr! Now we have our last word, which is gentility. Gentility. It is spelled Gentility. Gentility. Noun from the 14th century. Number 1A. The condition of belonging to the gentry. 1B. The synonyms are gentlefolk and gentry. So the gentility is also the gentry. They're also very gentle. They are folks who are gentle. 2A1, decorum of conduct. This synonym is this courtesy or curtsy? I feel like it would be courtesy because when you are courteous, you have some decorum in your conduct. Okay, now we have 2A2, very exciting, another sub-definition. Attitudes or activity marked by false delicacy, prudery, or affectation. And we saw those words before. Where was that? That was up here with gentile, yes, marked by false delicacy, prudery, or affectation. And so gentility related to gentile, not surprising. And now we go to 2B. Superior social status or prestige evidenced by manners, possessions, or mode of life. What's your mode of life? What are your possessions? What are your manners? Based on all of those, we can figure out if you have gentility. But based on those, or based on your superior social status. It's such a subjective word to put there. Superior. It's like it's better. Your social status is better. Is it better? Is it? How do we want to describe these things? I don't know. Superior social status or prestige, evidenced by the way that you present yourself, the way that you live your life. When you have gentility, maybe you're part of the gentry. All right, well, I think it's pretty clear that this is from what was it? Gentile, and probably also gentry, and we'll learn more about that one later. All right, it's word of the episode time. Time for the word from this episode. Today we had genro, gens or gens, gent, gentamicin, gentile, gentilism, gentian, violet, gentile, gentilesse, and gentility. I don't know. Let's see. Nothing really was making me feel strongly about any of them. So I think I'll just pick a gentile as the word of the episode, because then I can just sing a little song about, I don't know, look at that gentile walking down the street. They're not Jewish or Mormon. Yeah, that's exactly how these songs should be. All right, movie time. We're just chugging right along. Okay, the next movie that we watched, I believe this was right when Rob Reiner died in a completely horrific manner. And we watched When Harry Met Sally. It had been a while since I think either of us had seen it, but I have seen it many, many times back in my past. And it is so good, so funny, so heartwarming. And I'm like, wow, these people are so young. There's one part where she goes, and I'm gonna be 40. And he's like, yeah, in like 7 years. She's like, yeah, I know, but it's out there. And I'm like, holy crap, you guys are so young. I did not feel that when I was young, and now I'm 45. So good. If you haven't seen When Harry Met Sally, you have to watch it. You must. It is required viewing. One of the best romantic comedies. All right. I'm going to be done now. Thank you very much for checking out this episode and this whole podcast, because, of course, you are listening and or watching all of these podcast episodes. Until next time, this is Spencer, dispensing information. Goodbye.